They say bad company corrupts good. But I want to ask a deeper question. Is it really bad people or is it misalignment? Because in 2026, I made a decision. I'm fully committed to seek and stand with people who are strategic, valuable, and purpose-driven relationship. And I need to say this but clearly. This video may not be for everybody. I'm speaking to those people who are genuinely searching for great friendship. If that's you, come on a little closer. Let's talk, take some tea, and just chill somewhere. Let's have this conversation.
Nhom Lau, Nhom Lau, it's all I need, yeah, it's all I need, yeah.
I am a relationship-based person, meaning, so if you come to my life and you're half committed, that never makes sense to me. Some people find it a bit too intense, a bit too whatever, but the truth is I'm not a halfway committed type of person. It's either you're in or not, in that sense. So if you look at my values and think, I'll just show up casually in this person's life, but then I'll just be silly, I'll take what I want and give when it's convenient, those kind of things, I'm not the person for you. Because the truth of the matter is, if you're putting in half commitment, you're going to get half commitment, and there's no point of that. I have no energy to divide like that, and I'm sure a lot of you out there feels this exact same way. And so if you look at it, those people are not aligned to you, they're not aligned to me, and it doesn't make that person necessarily bad, even though there's some people that are very interesting character. It just means I'm not your person, or that person is just not your person. Misalignment doesn't need a villain always, it just needs honesty. There's those people, if being friends with you means that I'm constantly connected to some random people, bridging gaps, translating energy, explaining behavior, what exactly are we doing? If your conversations stay negative, circular, and blame focused with no accountability, no movement, no growth, my friend, got things to do. I can't be out here. Maybe when I was younger I can do that, but I can't be out here. This is what we're doing every day. Like next time I'm talking to you, what are we talking about? We're talking about purpose. We can't be just out here just being negative. There are points there, of course you need to breathe and things like that, that's not what I'm saying, but it can't be always that's what come out of you. Not because I feel like I'm better than you, or if anyone out there, it's not that people are saying that they're better than you, but because my mind cannot afford unnecessary noise, because I come from a war-torn country. I come from a place where we've experienced quite a lot of trauma, and so I only have capacity for a very small thing, small areas in my mind. I only have capacity for good. I don't have time for all these necessary things, because all those trauma and everything I already got. You know what I'm saying? I'll be finding them every day life. So I don't need that unnecessary noise in my head. A free mind is not a crowded minded at all. Here's something to think about. There is no such thing as bad friends in a way that we usually mean. Yes, there are those people that, yes, they're not our friends, but even people we label as bad friends have their friends that they align with perfectly. If they're doing bad, maybe they're doing bad together, they can go align themselves. It ain't me, because I got things to do. They are not necessarily wrong. Sometimes they can just go align with somebody else. It's just not going to be me, babes, my guy. It is not going to work. And alignment does matter much more than intention, because sometimes you can look at somebody and be like, yeah, I like to be friends with that, and they really have great values, but if they're not aligned with you in your season, your time and everything, it's just not going to work. You're going to look like you're the devil in that person's life, which you don't want to do that. So when you're looking for a great relationship, great friendship, what should we really be looking at? Here are a few grounding ones that I tend to use often, and that's how I determine. But there's one that I haven't added here. I don't know. Let's see if I can get to put it in the end. So number one, you are a purpose-driven person. So you do have a purpose, not just like, oh, I have a job or whatever. It's great, but are you genuinely trying to find it if you don't have one? Because an assignment is a little bit different. You know, at the time, maybe you just do a particular thing, but what is your purpose in life and what do you want to pursue? It's not a job title, it's not an assignment, but a direction, a type of direction. So purpose-driven friends don't live on couch and gossiping all day and stuff like that. Even though we all have itching ears, we all want to hear all the latest gossip and things like that, but it can't even be all the time that we're out here just listening to gossip, and we shouldn't be, you know. But you know, we're human beings and we like to hear new things, and maybe sometimes you're like, yeah, my life is not so bad after you hear this gossip and things like that. But it cannot be the things that we're doing all the time. You have to build something. You can't just be out here just randomly sitting in a couch and doing all those things. You have to start becoming at some point, because if you're 40-year-old, if you're 30-year-old, if you're like, there's no excuse why you don't have certain things and certain systems in place, or you don't know where you're going in life. There has to be a level of direction. Number 2, high functioning. And I'm not meaning money focus at all. Functioning doesn't mean wealth, right? It means you carry responsibility. You know, you're somebody that work really hard, somebody that goes beyond the norm. People can receive feedback, pressure, and complexities without necessarily collapsing or outsourcing regulations to you, the one who's in relationship with them. They don't need rescuing like every season, every day. You're constantly there, you're rescuing them. No, they're high functioning, they observe, they are ready to rock and roll. Something happened, they're quite a resilient type of people. Number 3, accountability and commitment. If sometimes people don't respond to you or anything like that, they don't just go into a spiral. They understand that life has rhythm and they need to be able to discern and understand where you are. And even if you haven't responded, you know, like I have some friends that be like, yo bro, what you doing? I try to call you, what's up? And they're concerned for sure. And then I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm just focusing on Pepper. They're like, okay, all right, you do you, but I'm mad at you, like joking way, and then we move on. But there isn't a level understanding. And the thing is, in that space, in that same space, when they mess up or things like that, they don't just say, oh, you know me, I'm sorry, and expect you to just have amnesia. Like, I hate those things. Oh, I'm sorry. What are you sorry for? Like, you have to be able to repair the relationship. You can't just expect to just say sorry and then all of a sudden I'm just going to forget. You need to take a responsibility. They need to take responsibility before anything else, before you have to actually demand for it. They need to talk about what's the next step to repairing that relationship. They care about repairing the rupture that has happened, not just avoiding discomfort, because people are not silly, people are not stupid. They're gonna know that you're the type of person that ain't like that. So in this, if you have friendship or things like that, it's good to really address those kind of things. And I do appreciate that not everyone is in the same, season of growth and things like that, but at the end of the day, it's important to know that those people need to be willing to be accountable and things like that. Number 4, self-aware and reflect. Now this one is a very, very big one for me. It should be a big deal to everyone. It's a non-negotiable for me. Some people are really deeply resistant to reflection. I personally don't have that luxury. My work forces me, if I will, does force me into reflection constantly. And if I don't reflect, people can get hurt. People can really, really be hurt, because that's my job, to ensure that I'm level-headed all the time. Lives are impacted depending on my mood that day. That's why you have to constantly be able to be in a space where you know yourself, how to reflect. I'm held accountable through supervision, feedback, and internal examination. So I need friends who are willing to ask, what part did I play? What needs to shift in me? Reflection keeps relationship clean, because if you can't truly have an effective relationship, people are constantly saying, oh, that's a narcissist. It's like, I'm sure we do not date the same person. I'm sure we do not have the same person. Like, everyone has traits of narcissism. Like, we're so self-observed. And then, you know, the generation we are in, it's like that, right? But surely not everyone can be that. Then we might as well call ourselves that. So we need to really be careful around those kind of language. However, it's so important to reflect, understand where you are, right? That person, they need to understand where you are. Number 5, this is a big one, is to be secure and not envious. So friends that are secure, not envious. And you know, the thing is about this, I still don't understand how it works, because I've had very interesting experiences. Now, aligned friends are in their own lane. They do their own thing. They do what they gotta do. They are secure. They're not watching you to copy you. They're not quietly resenting your growth. They don't take your ideas, your language, your vision and call it friendship. They are rooted in who they are. There are interesting circumstances where I find myself in this, and I'm like, I don't understand. If you want me to help you, I can help you to bring your vision to life, or I can help you bring you to life, to help you reflect and get to that place. But it's sometimes very funny because they're not wanting to, because they think that you're the final product, which is crazy because it's like a much like long way from, you know, accomplish what I need to accomplish. It's a very interesting thing to think about. This isn't about cutting off people in anger. It's about choosing relationships that protects clarity. Sometimes misaligned company just crowds your mind until you forget who you're becoming or who you are already. And the thing is, I'm no longer available for that, and you are no longer available for that. If this helped you, let me know in the comment section below which qualities stood out for you the most and what you're experiencing. All right, see you in the next video.